silent about their faith. Too many Christians are silent about what God has done for them. So therefore, I believe that one of the most prevalent challenges, most prevalent problems and prevalent obstacles of this day is that too many Christians have become passive with their convictions, and therefore the voices of Christians are being subdued by the voices of culture. Our voices and our testimonies are being drowned out because we have chosen to be silent. We've chosen not to share what God has done. We've chosen to keep it to ourselves so that folk would not think that we thought we were better than them. However, this delivered, this healed, and this changed man in this text, as he is delivered, he is told by Jesus to go and tell. Jesus tells him, now that you have been healed, now that what had you had to let you go, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go home and tell your family, your friends, and your former cohorts what the Lord has done for you. Preach that. He is told to sacrifice the opportunity to become a part of the present entourage of the Master and to go back to where he came from and tell those who remember him when. To tell those who remember you when you were a wild man. Tell those who remember you when you were out of control and a conduit of the demonic. To tell those who knew you when, who was responsible for your breakthrough. And he said, Jesus tells him, go back and tell those people who remember your pre-Jesus days. Okay. You have some. You still wrestling through the pre-Jesus days. So just tell them who remember you and your pre-Jesus days what the Lord has done for you. In other words, give them visible evidence of what God can now do. So don't let them just find out secondhand about your change. Let them hear it firsthand from you. And I believe that one of the biggest problems in our society is that too many Christians are silent about their victories. Silent about the battles that we have won. Silent about the addictions that we have defeated. Silent about the battles we have won. And silent about the obstacles that we have overcome with God. When I was not Paul for a second, high-five and say, God brought me through some stuff. People talk to the person how they say, God brought me through a whole bunch of stuff. Let's say real quick that some of us have come through, let's say, some serious issues.
Yes.
Near-death experiences. Demonic invasion of our minds. Abusive relationships, layoffs that threaten our ability to keep our families together. Major financial challenges. My friends, it is a wasted testimony and wasted pain when we don't tell how God clearly walked us through victories that should have been defeats. And so there's some folks here real quick When you testify like right about now that you should have lost some battles, that you knew you should have lost, but somehow God gave you the victory. I'm on the speaker, touch with that like the lady victory. The victories that we would have never had if the Lord had not pushed us and helped us when we needed help. And it is a misuse or underuse of a testimony when God delivers us and we live as though we don't have nothing to say. Everything is status quo. Nothing is different. Nothing has changed. As a matter of fact, it is an insult to the sovereign and the omnipotent power of God when the Lord delivers you and you don't say so. Okay, let me just touch the one of those quicker. Anybody here been delivered before? Yeah. Okay, touch me today. I've been delivered from some stuff. I've been delivered from some stuff. I'm ashamed if you know it. Matter of fact, it might bless you. I know that's right. That's right. Anybody been sick before? Yeah. Anybody been broke before? Yeah. Anybody been cancer before? The Lord delivers you. It's an insult to God. We don't have the voice to reflect His goodness. Somebody ought to hear what the Lord has done for you. Somebody ought to know your story. Somebody ought to gain strength from knowing what it did for you. And it's this interesting chain of events. Here in Mark chapter 5, we hear the story of a brother who, before crossing paths with Jesus, made his habitat in the tomb. You heard me right? He lived in the graveyard. And that's a major contradiction, isn't it? To live in the graveyard. He lived with people who had died. He was not there visiting the remains of a loved one. No, he lived there. He was not there. He lived there. He slept there. He ate there. He picked up his habits there. He developed his personality there. It was in the tomb that he received this transfer of spirit. Can I just share with you Revelation? Where you spend most of your time will be where you pick up the spirit that influences you. Listen, and you're going to be mindful who you hang out with. You're going to be mindful who you let in your car. That the spirit they bring in your car, they may leave. And watch who you hang out with. The tomb were his stomping ground. That's where he was comfortable. That's where he became legion, a man of many personalities. But what makes this interesting and relevant is that many persons in this house have lived or are living today in the tomb. But we just don't call it the tomb. We call it a bad relationship. We call it just doing me. We call it a bar stool. We call it a crap house. We call it fitting in with the crowd. We call it an addiction that we can't seem to shake. We call it hanging out with my boys or chilling with my girls. But it's the tomb. Because there's a most dead people. Some who ain't going nowhere. Some who can't think for themselves. It's the tomb. Folks who have no goals. Folks who have no vision. Folks who have no dreams. Dead people. I don't have the people who don't have dreams. I know that. These folks in my space who want to be something. Who want to go somewhere. Who want more than what they have. And they do not settle for what people give to them. Preach like that. He lived in the tomb, watch this, until Jesus comes into his life. He was a man who entertained many spirits until Jesus came into his life. Jesus speaks into his life, heals him, changes him, delivers him from a life that was killing him. That's a good landing place right there, because many persons like this man have been candidates for a